Gary Anderson circa 2015.
Ah, the Gary Anderson calendar year.
140.
2015, the first of his 2 World Championships. Real legend of the sport, but could be in a spot of bother here because Luke Woodhouse has left 85 after 9 darts.
Talking about coming out the blocks and hitting your opponent hard. That leaves the bullseye.
60. Gary, you require 103.
Treble 17. And it's just on the wire. I think Gary thought it was in.
47. Luke required 25.
So 25 required for Luke Woodhouse, who is very casually pouring himself a glass of water. Not going to get the big fish from 25. That's a very, very tiny fish. It's a tadpole. But it works for Woody.
Small fry is good fry.
180 perhaps? Yes. There's 2 apiece in that particular metric.
Well, it's great for Gary, but the problem is that 180 only gets him about level, and Luke Woodhouse has already stolen the darts. And look at him go. There is no let up here. Well, that helps. Maybe. Does it? Might be utterly irrelevant.
Double 12. Just hit this in the previous leg. That was some way north.
Gary required 57.
He needed back-to-back 180s to get himself this chance, Gary Anderson. He's got a chance. That's no help.
37.
And he cannot find tops, and it might be happening again. This is for 4-0.
Double 6.
12. Gary required 20.
Missed opportunity. Now it is against the darts, and Gary Anderson does register a leg. But that's a missed opportunity for Luke Woodhouse. For a double break of throw to go 4-0 up, you're then throwing for 5-0. You get that, and then you put your opponent in a near impossible position. But in this range, 130 is definitely one of the more makeable shots.
Got a bit less makeable, hasn't it, after that one? Yeah, couldn't sneak his way through.
65.
Halves his score.
136. $56. Luke requires 65.
Again, curious use of the board from Gary Anderson there, but can't stop Woodhouse getting a shot.
55. Gary require 80.
Double 5.
70. Luke required 10.
Well, Luke Woodhouse, his finishing was incredible when he beat Gary Anderson in Weezer. His finishing is only 25% in this game, and yet he could still be 4-2 up. Try and forget about that one. And that one brings his hopes to an end in the visit.
Well, he threw that last dart away in frustration. He very nearly missed the board. Doesn't matter. Gary Anderson has won 3 legs in a row. And 3-8, the probable target. Yeah, 2 lovely darts. Single 18, leaves double top. Now, he's had some particularly scruffy efforts at doubles in the last few legs. Is he going to be put under much pressure?
100.
Well, he somehow threaded that last dart through to leave Shanghai. But Luke Woodhouse, to end this mini drought, double 10. He keeps missing chances presented to him.
Gary require 170.
By my reckoning, he has missed his last 12 darts at double at Woodhouse. This could be done. Oh, what a dart, double top. Gary Anderson leads this game. Because, well, Luke Woodhouse just cannot hit a double at the minute. Gary Anderson is starting to find things, and it was a little cheeky raise of the eyebrows earlier. Now, the weight of the world is on Woody's shoulders.
That doesn't seem likely, though. 180, number 5 for Anderson.
58.
No resistance from Luke Woodhouse. His counting wasn't wrong there, was it?
Yeah. 98 minus 1. Leaves that double 12. He's won some serious stuff on double 12, Gary Anderson.
57.
Can he bring this strange old game to a close? Yes, he can. Gary Anderson picks up his first win on the Euro Tour this year. Luke Woodhouse started brilliantly, and it all fell apart. Well, he had a performance on the European Tour just like that 2 weeks ago in Belgium. He finds it again. Searle's going to have to find his A-grade heavy metal stuff, because his record against Price is not good.
19. I do like that route on 143 starting on the 18s. You hit the single, you've then got the option of going for the bull to trim it down to a ton. Then you hit the treble 20. You leave your favourite tops, don't you, Ryan? 68 those the target.
Yeah, we can blame Rob Cross for that becoming popular.
64.
68 checkers are popular, but 167s are much better. Isn't that right, Gezzy? Statement of intent. We've been absolutely treated all day long to massive finishes, especially on the bullseye, to the form that they currently have. Someone else who's done that is playing tonight. The ferret Jonny Clayton, when he is thrown to the wolves here in Germany, when he plays the number 1 in Deutschland, Martin Schindler.
It will be a very rare sight of Jonny Clayton being unpopular.
He won't mind. Stay or move? Stay. Oh boy! Is there anything he can't finish? Actually, I think the next heaviest I've seen thrown on tour was Ryan Palmer. He's got a 28.
180.
Well, there's about 60 grams of tungsten in that 60. That was his first maximum of the match, believe it or not.
100.
He's been outscored by Ryan, but he's definitely out-finishing.
171.
Well, he's here at 171 and a max, and he might lose the leg.
98.
It's a great approach,
Gerwyn required 20.
but 10s again. The 4 legs to 2.
Game shot the 6th leg. Gerwyn Price. 7th leg, it's Ryan to throw first.
It just looks so easy when he's in this form. Here we go, it's overdrive time.
2 masters of their craft. Once you don't hit another one, Gezzy.
127.
I could have done what Dobie did earlier. Do the old fake third dart.
140.
100 after 9, probably won't get a shot. Welcome to the PDC, everybody. Leave 100 after 9, you don't get another dart. I was saying earlier we didn't have enough maximums. Now we have.
Treble 20 will feel like a battered sausage right now. Been hit all over the shop.
Well, Gezzy's going for the Martin Lukeman, isn't he? The fake 9 darter.
119.
He can actually win this leg. And could have won it with 9 darts in the board.
105.
This has got to go. It's got to be delightful from here.
22.
And that might be that.
Going to require 96.
Back-to-back 11 darters, perhaps. No. Treble 19 for double. What a rescue job this would be.
58. Right, you require 40.
He's not going to win 6-3 just yet.
Game shot the 9th.
Always confident that Ryan Searle, with 3 darts in hand, will deliver on tops. And he did do that.
Can Searle break?
He's got no choice.
100.
That's a disappointing ton. Their start was lovely, couldn't follow them. Ryan really needs 2.
140.
That will do nicely.
161.
Well, the only person in this entire building who does not want a last leg shootout is Gezzy Price.
121.
We're about to find out if we're going to get one. Will we, Ryan?
96. Going to require 40.
Micrometers away, and Gerwyn Price, ruthless as he always is. Another resigned look on the face of Ryan Searle, who just cannot get a grip of Gerwyn Price. That is 6 consecutive wins for the Iceman against heavy metal. The game in the latter stages went into complete overdrive. A 103 average for Gerwyn Price, 105.5 for Ryan Searle. Not enough. That's how difficult this game is. It is Gerwyn Price who gets his first ever European Tour win in this building. He's beaten Ryan Searle 6 legs to 4.
Yeah, he's pretty versatile, is Dave. He's a man who does a lot of that. Almost as famous as his world-famous collection of singlets.
140.
You wonder what his ambitions are on the European Tour. He's got 8 victories. Obviously, double figures has got to be the next goal, but where would he like his next one to be? Is there a country he hasn't won in yet that he'd love to? There are options. Hasn't won in Hungary. Hasn't won in Czechia. He was close a couple of years ago. How close will he be on the bull?
As close as he needs to be. 2-0 Dave Chisnall. Lightning quick start from Chiz.
It didn't quite pan out like that. He's never been in danger of losing his tour card, that's the thing.
And he's proud of that, is Ricky. He's never been fighting for his survival on the tour, but he hasn't really just taken that next step. Feels like he's taken a step backwards, he now needs to take 2 forwards.
Yeah, it's almost as if he's stuck in no man's land looking around. He might be in no man's land if he doesn't hit this. Chisnall might be getting a double break.
Options here, 15 for tops would be the obvious one, but might not be. Yeah, he takes the obvious route. Is it the same outcome? 3 out of 5 on the double so far. Made that 4 out of 6, and this is very, very good from Dave Chisnall.
I think Evans knows that the writing could be on the wall. Who wins against Chisnall from 5-0 down? It's usually the other way around. I know Chisnall's had big deficits and brought them back, but can he find 6 legs against Dave in this kind of easing style form?
140.
And he's given himself an opportunity there, Ricky Evans, but he's relying on Dave not taking this out.
Get the feeling he's going to need a treble to take this leg. He might need 2 cracks of the whip. Well done, double 18. Turns out he only needed the 1. Well, answers on a postcard. What did he mean there? Got no idea. I don't care.
Game.
Scoring-wise, you're right, Dan. It hasn't been a blistering display. It's been very efficient.
Yeah, look, if he's had a bad visit, it's not got into a second visit, has it? Again, one treble visit gets him down to 76 for the match, and with the way he's been finishing, he's already taken out 65, 80, 85.
57. David requires 76.
Chiz is taking care of business. You can hear the cogs turning. Double top.
56.
Well, the reason he was a little bit hesitant there was because he wanted to try and lead double 18. But that single that he hit with dart 1 was just too risky. Now, at least he's got a double with nothing in the way.
David required 20.
So double 10 for Chiz. To stride into the final day of the European Darts Trophy. Excellent display from the 8-time Euro Tour title winner. Ricky Evans bows out of this one after that brilliant display against Raymond van Barneveld last night. But Chizzy too strong this evening, and it will be Chizzy versus Ross Smith for a place in the quarter-finals here in Göttingen tomorrow. Mind you, the way he's just shuffled over there, well, he still managed to slide one in. Some very important horticultural work going on there.
I have a sneaky suspicion that wasn't water.
Oh, Alan Titchmarsh.
121.
Bullseye for Peter Wright to go 2-1 up.
96.
You could still see the indentation from Mike de Decker's bullseye in the previous leg, but Peter Wright wasn't able to locate it. And double 18 is located by de Decker, who goes in front for the first time. Like that Littler one at the UK Open, for example. And potentially here tonight.
140.
Just about stayed in. Almost like it's a case of, oh, Peter Wright might be firing again. I've got to raise my own game. Perhaps. It's a theory.
90.
It could, as you say, just be a mad coincidence.
Yeah, weird things happen, don't they? This wouldn't be weird. It'd be brilliant. Double 14. Oh, Mike de Decker. So close to opening up a little bit of daylight between these two. It is the same problem that faces Peter Wright, though, the 1-2-1.
This will only be to hold his throw. He'll have to try a different route to de Decker. He's not going to get a go at the bullseye.
45. Michael Gordon, 14.
One of those awkward odd-numbered doubles. Going straight at it, though. Well, he loves double 16 so much, you think sliding it next door will be no problem. And third time of asking, that's exactly what he does.
I mean, that's the third 180 he's hit, and all of them have been exactly like that, haven't they? So, it's like watching peak Whitlock.
96.
Mike de Decker just feels like he's stretching his legs here in this game.
And it feels like Peter Wright's got cramp now. 87 left. Double 18 for an 11 darter. That's the best leg of the match so far. Which is kind of a surprise given how much he does hit 180s.
Yeah, but he's still very young in his... Look, he hasn't even played millions of Euro Tours, Mike Decker, despite being around for years and years. Now, this is his 35th, which, yeah, right, it's a lot, but that's over a long time. I mean, he made his Euro Tour debut
65.
11 years ago.
And yet, you'd still classify De Decker as a young player almost.
Absolutely. And look, this version of De Decker is still very young. He is still an emerging top boy in this game. Peter Wright. Just to remind De Decker this isn't over. Oof.
120.
Well, it's the first dart at double he's had in 3 legs. Finally, there's a bit of breathing room. And even though Mike's down to a finish, this is probably Peter's leg. Double 18 there. Peter Wright extending this contest. A little tap on the shoulder to Mike De Decker. Punishing the slack visit of 44.
Cameron Menzies who awaits in the last 16. Menzies had to survive a couple of match darts himself when he beat Damon Heta, coming from behind in that game. We're going to see another Scotsman come from behind, maybe surviving some match darts.
140.
Maybe he won't need to. Peter Wright's on a 2-darty.
$57. Peter require 100.
Mike De Decker's hit an 11-darter. Peter Wright joins him in the club. It's a break of throw. He holds here, and we go all the way.
Well, the last time we saw Peter Wright play this sort of stuff was that astonishing game at the German Darts Championship, the one he won last year, when he beat Michael van Gerwen, averaged close to 109. It's the sort of performance that you thought, well, maybe you're not going to see Peter Wright doing it on the Euro Tour, particularly against van Gerwen. But did it to beat MVG, then beat Chizzy, and then held off 107 average from Littler to take the title. Because even when he has been at his lowest over the last couple of years, he has still found enough to win big things. Euro Tours, European Championships.
Peter require 127.
The resilience of this man is unbelievable. Yeah, De Decker not on a finish, so he didn't need to go treble 19 and bull.
95.
Sets it up, 3 clear darts to take us all the way to a last leg decider, which did not look likely when Mike De Decker was 5-2 up and threatening to blast right off the board.
High quality game deserves a dramatic finish, and we might be getting that if Peter Wright hits double 16. Now double 8. That was pretty wild. That was mightily close, but not close enough.
88.
This is such a gift for Mike De Decker. He cannot have expected to be getting this chance. What a dart, double 14. Mike De Decker gets out of that one. Peter Wright was on the charge there, but 3 darts missed to force a last leg decider. They both averaged 105.
But the fact is, more people are capable of beating him right now than in the last 10 years. You look at someone like Niko, who made his debut on the European Tour at the International Darts Open in Riesa in 2022. He made the last 16 on debut, where he lost out to Peter Wright.
60.
That is still his best run. But he's a better player than he's ever been. He's more equipped to take out big stars than he's ever been. And what a good start this is from Niko in front of 4,000 of his folk.
It will be an incredibly one-sided crowd this evening. It's going to be an exercise in Michael van Gerwen blocking it all out. Springer looks at double 16. Just about sneaks it in.
But he's not vastly popular with the fans. He does get booed a lot.
97.
That's purely because of the rivalry between Germany and the Netherlands. It's nothing personal.
96.
Bogey number left.
170.
Right, we'll come back to the bogey number. We'll just marvel at the 174 from Niko.
134.
Now, yes, he's left double 16, but he should have left the number where he could have given himself a chance at finishing in that leg. Double-double.
56.
Half the crowd thought it was in.
Like when the ball hits the side netting.
This place is bordering on visceral right now. More if we get a double 9. Well, Niko is almost apologetic in taking leg 3. He's 3-0 up. Don't be fooled. If you've been watching all night long, you'll know that 3-0 is only the halfway point. Just taking in. It's been played at such a wonderful, attainable tempo.
134.
There's not one person in this place chanting a song or thinking about something else apart from this match. Everybody's invested.
140. Niko required 141.
Oh, this would hurt Van Gerwen. Treble 16. Well, I get the purpose of staying down that side of the board.
That's only just in. And so is that. Playing the rush.
100.
I can understand why he went the bullseye there, but it didn't work. That's worked out pretty well, but this is makeable, and this might provoke a reaction if he hits it. Tops.
83.
That was his chance to lead. Double 14 had a lot to say about the last game. Does it have something to say about leg 7?
He pulled it low, and Niko Springer made no mistake on double 14.
He's won 37 of these. He's won 36 Players' Championships.
145.
That is a great use of the bullseye. Gets him down to a 2-darter.
137. Niko required 96.
This is tighter than Botox, this game. Double 9 again. It isn't tight anymore.
Niko Springer.
I see a wrinkle.
It's Niko to throw first.
5 each.
Ross Smith is the only man to have beaten Michael Van Gerwen in this build. It wasn't in the European Tour, it was in the European Championship, which is the culmination. That was back in 2019, and that point, it was seen as a real surprise. Wouldn't be much of a surprise these days. Bullseye for Niko Springer.
72.
Well, that was a bit springy. That had some adrenaline. Double 16. MVG is still alive. That took guts. Mainz's best. He doesn't leave a finish. He is susceptible.
4,000 sharp intakes of breath then.
He's got it right. He has not led this match at any point.
59.
Does he lead it after a 170 finish? He's not going to get that.
105.
Now the question is, does Springer get a shot to win?
He doesn't.
54.
Oh, this would hurt. This would be the steepest of steep learning curves. There is a reason why this man has dominated darts for so long. Look what that means to Michael Van Gerwen, a man who has been there, done everything in darts, celebrated that like a World Championship final. He is still someone to be feared.
Maybe Humphries will remember that. because Hungary is a country that is actually quite important to Humphries, because he made the semi-finals of the very first Hungarian tournament at the Pap Laszlo in 2021. And from there, he really did start to kick on when it came to big stage darts.
Yeah, well, look, we heard from Michael Smith earlier on in this afternoon show, didn't we, about how important the European Tour has been in his career. It's been hugely important for Luke Humphries.
138.
It is the stepping stone to great things in big TV events. And look, not just for the ones who go on and win them. It's my firm belief that
96.
playing on big stages in front of 3,000-4,000 people is what gets you ready for big TV tournaments. Didn't get that chance back in the day. Double 10 for 2-0.
30.
I'm surprised that Humphries didn't step a little bit to his right and try and use the angle a bit. But he doesn't tend to do that. What's Boris going to do? He's not going to get a shot at a double.
56.
The ideal marker for Humphries here is about 2 millimeters high. Now he's on twos.
Game shot on the second leg. Luke Humphries.
He's really digging deep early in this one. He does not want to give any crumbs to Boris. They're going to have peaks and troughs. It's how you manage them that will define how you progress.
97.
Boris is the only person getting maximums in this game, but Luke is the only person getting shots at doubles.
170 maybe? Oh, how about this?
70.
Well, he's just hit one to set it up. Can he hit one to close it?
Consecutive 170s. That would have been something extraordinary.
97. Boris
Double 8 for a
60.
10 darter for Big Boris. We could see that didn't look great, did it? And he didn't move.
Yeah, the first dart actually veered right and covered the bed. Tops.
33. Boris require 8.
This game might be back on throw in a second. Double 2 again.
4.
He misses what Humphries found.
Luke require 40.
6 darts missed at double by Big Boris Krcmar already in this game.
Game shot.
I mean, Humphries has missed 9, but he's actually hit some. We're assuming it would be Romeo. I'm not sure if there's anybody else on the, say, the Challenge Tour who could sneak into
Maybe
the spot.
Tomislav Rosendich.
140.
I mean, not being a tour card holder, Big Boris, it wouldn't be guaranteed, but he will obviously have money on his ranking, having played and won money in the European Tour event. So.
Yeah, if he wants to play, just let him.
Yeah, quite.
Give that last dart a little bit of shoulder. And it did what it was told. Oh, there's the risky shot. He wanted the 25. That's the sensible route, but he was gambling on the lie.
Yeah, and look, he did that the other night in the Premier League, didn't he, when he was playing Luke Littler, and he got his fingers burned. But it is a conscious decision. Double 12. Well, it doesn't matter if you take out the 101. That's excellent stuff from Luke Humphries in a game full of missed doubles. That is by far the biggest checkout, and it puts him in a commanding position. He will feel like this is like wading through treacle. A 95 average is going to win you a lot of stuff. It's good, but he holds himself to higher standards because he knows what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, but he's up against a Boris who's averaging 100 in this tournament. And game.
1-2-7 and game. 12 darter Boris Krcmar.
Humphries is going to have to be really creative from 3 or 5. This is not the spot where you go 20s first.
Well, let's see. He does. Well, it's aggressive. It is aggressive.
I think even if you get the 60 with the first dart, you should move. It's all about leaving a potential to leave a number after dart 3. And when he hit the single 20, he couldn't.
Yeah, it looks an interesting tactical thing.
170.
Hits the 170, leaves 35. Boris Krcmar, one treble combo. Big moment in this game, needs the 54. Skids it in. Oh, it's a level game at 4 apiece.
Boris Krcmar. Ninth leg is Luke to throw first.
Welcome to the top level of darts.
Oh, yeah, top level. Don't worry about the numbers. If you're just going to stick your first two in the treble 20, he's down to a finish.
Well, if he's a soft tip kind of mood, he'll go 25-54 bull.
128. Boris will require 129.
Surely not. Treble 20. Humphries has a chance to win it. He's got lots of different options here. The 17s, the 18s, maybe treble 20s. Looking at the 18s. Yes, he is. Two tops. Oh, my word. Oh, my days, Luke Humphries. What a way to bring an end to that big stage winless run.
Impaled by his own equipment.
Jonny Clayton, who's been struggling with his foot, I understand, this week. He's walking a bit gingerly, but seems okay up there.
This is probably going to be a
59.
rare match of unpopularity for Clayton, because everyone loves the ferret, but there are 4,000 Germans in attendance and they want their #1 player to win, no doubt.
Sure they do, but I'm not sure Jonny Clayton gets as much of a rough ride from a hostile crowd as some players. And besides, look, he's got plenty of experience of beating the home favourite in their own country. Done that plenty of times.
94.
Bogey number for Jonny, but it wasn't a miscount. It was just due to the fact the first start was treble 1. Martin Schindler could hit a dozen darter. That he does. 94 is taken care of. And the first leg is taken care of.
106. It has been a high-quality evening of darts. Martin Schindler looks set to continue the trend.
140. $96. Jonny requires 70.
Our first darts at double in the game for Jonny Clayton.
54.
And that one's just outside. Now Martin Schindler,
32.
high in the middle of the bullseye. That's where he wants it. He doesn't want it there.
42. Jonny requires 16.
Not quite the same shindy magic in leg 3 as Clayton pins double 8.
Jonny Clayton.
He's got one on the board.
Schindler, the only German left standing,
59.
with Niko Springer's demise. Also saw Ricardo Pietreczko go down to Michael Smith. It's Michael Smith who awaits Luke Humphries in the last 16 tomorrow.
118.
Right, that is 3 180s from Martin Schindler. And we are getting to the point, because even that 180 doesn't get him to the checkout. Jonny Clayton on a bogey number. Nothing he could do about it. Okay, 12 off leaves 74. Hit the 20 to leave tops. And if Martin Schindler can tidy that up, he is halfway to victory, and he's still in that 110 plus range at the minute.
41. Martin requires 40.
Very loose third dart from the ferret. Does leave his favourite 1-2-1. So if he comes back. Double 10 has been good to Shindy so far. German #1 leads 3-1.
Now, a few years ago, before Martin Schindler sort of made the real big jump up and seemed to take a sort of quantum leap in his darts, I remember somebody saying to me, he's got to improve his scoring. He's done that, hasn't he? He has done that. Double 14. Chalk up a 1-2-1 for Shindy. This is a third 12 dart leg out of 4-1 for the German #1. Look at that. On average, Martin Schindler's about 100 points clear of Clayton after 3 visits in each leg. Right, Jonny's only had 3 darts at double in this entire match, and they all came in one leg. He's only had chances to win one leg. He did win it. Everything else has just been Martin Schindler battering him.
He should get at least one here. Just seen Martin Schindler fail to hit 80. Straight at double 10 now. Up for double 5. Jonny Clayton goes inside, and that might be that. It might be a very brief visit to Göttingen as Schindler eyes up 68. Double top. What's the dart? But he picks it up, and he picks himself up. Another fabulous performance produced on the Göttingen stage this evening. Jonny Clayton powerless to resist Martin Schindler. It must be very good to be the German #1 right now. The wall is through to round 3. He has beaten Clayton by 6 legs to 1, averaging just shy of 107.
And Edhouse has had a fair bit of success in the Netherlands. The best of his darts on this tour have come in the neighbouring country to Germany, because his one semi-final came in 2018 at the Dutch Darts Championship. If you're going to be successful on the European tour, you've got to be able to play in Germany. It's as simple as that.
Hitting 170s is helpful, but. Oh, he's laying up.
130.
What are you apologising for? You did the right thing. You could have done a pallet.
He did the sensible thing, which is not always the right thing.
No, he should have done a pallet. Whip them up, say, right, let's go for it, and then lay up.
21. Ritchie required 32.
Doesn't like it. Moves over. Okay, another double 8. Oh, that's good. That's very nice.
He is classically a player that likes to empty the tank every game with adrenaline-fueled stuff. But against Edhouse, he might have to measure that over the course of 10 or 11 legs. He might need the reserves.
58. 129.
That's worked out really well. I think the crowd are taking a collective breath after that performance from Martin Schindler. Don't blame them.
I think they've had to take a few collective breaths after most games.
Tops for Nathan. And a 2-1 lead. Best leg of the match. Constantly getting better. Started with a 20, went to a 15, now a 13.
It is these tournaments where Nathan Aspinall needs to begin finding results, because his recent record isn't good on the Euro Tour.
I agree. I think this is where his success has got to come now. Play less, win more money. If you're seeded, it's 5 games you've got to win a tournament. The Players' Championship is 7.
95.
Only played 7 of these events last year. We know after last year's match play, he basically took 3 months off to try and get some recuperation for his wrist, which has been causing him problems. On for a potential break of throw. Double 4. Beautifully done. Fuss-free 68 checkout.
Tell you what, when he does that, he makes the game look easy. But even with a 4-1 lead, you've got to be wary here. This could be a point where Edhouse starts to kick in.
Mystic Nicholson.
83.
Hasn't got a very good ring to it, has it? 11 darter does. That's exactly what he gets. Best leg of the match. Is this where Ritchie starts to find something? But this is a measured performance so far. All he's doing is he's trying to beat Ritchie and the way he's playing right now.
82.
That's all he can do.
Ritchie down to 160. 134 was the target for Nathan.
Ritchie require 160.
Hasn't exactly made life easy for himself, but he's going to come back and have a go at 116. That's so unhelpful. Needs to go down to the 19s.
78. Nathan require 160.
It is a match-winning chance. Jermaine Watamina is waiting. Suppose when he's looking south, his top's waiting. Not yet. Might be tops for Edhouse.
56. Ritchie require 82.
Gotta go, you feel.
James on the 8th leg.
It does go.
Ritchie.
Ritchie Edhouse not departing without a fight.
Game.
This could be one of those game over, game on situations.
64.
Yet again, Nathan doesn't get it wrong on the approach.
56.
Neither does Ritchie.
Nathan require
In these moments, you've got to keep your head.
Nathan 10 points in front. Much easier finish than the one Ritchie has got to worry about. And he will come back to the board to have a look.
Well, the 170 finish
Ritchie
would not
require
cut the head off the snake, but it would make a cut. Bull.
Good.
Wonderful! That's as pure a 170 finish as you will ever witness. 3 clean shots, no deflections. Thank you very much. That's how it was going. In this tournament, if Ritchie Edhouse loses this game, it's going to be 170 checkouts and lose the match. Because Suter lost to Cameron Menzies yesterday after getting one.
174.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands all of a sudden, courtesy of that ridiculous finish.
Ritchie require 130.
He's going to move across. Yes, he does. 88. We are going all the way. This is the finale that Göttingen deserves because it has been a quality evening of darts. The standard of this might not have been electrifyingly high, but a 170 followed by a 130. Big fish and little fish.
Got a good position here in the final leg of the day. Look at the facial expression. Look at that.
100.
Tenacity United from the Asp.
It's only his second 180 of the match, but he's timed it for the last leg.
59.
It's all about hitting the right darts at the right time. Nothing Edhouse can do. Aspinall so far in front.
And on a day where we've lost the great George Foreman, Aspinall's looking for a heavyweight punch in the final round.
52.
He's done everything right, leaving tops after 12. There's only one more thing to do. And now that Edhouse will not leave a finish,
100.
the last place and the last 16 could belong to Nathan Aspinall.
He has had to fight and graft and do all the things we associate with Nathan Aspinall.
Game shot.
And he has eventually overcome Ritchie Edhouse. It's a case of third time lucky against Madhouse on the European Tour. He had disappointment in Kiel last year. He had disappointment in Visa a couple of weeks ago. But finally, Nathan Aspinall has done enough to beat Ritchie Edhouse.